Okay, everybody, thank you for joining me here in this, what I had to be the worst movie I ever saw. So I figure, well, if I do a worst movie review on the worst movie I saw, maybe someone will take my advice and not watch this movie unless you hate watching girl boss movies, because this is by far the worst female boss man movie to probably copycat a Rambo movie I've ever seen. So the way this movie starts out, this 304 you see in the picture here, she takes a helicopter flight with a guy to someplace out in the desert in his nice luxury house he has in the middle of nowhere with a beautiful swimming pool and grass and everything and nothing around it for miles and miles and miles. And I forget how the start of the movie went, but somewhere along the line, she gets slapped upside the head and decides to take off running, and they chase her down. And then what do? They lie to her, tell her they're going to take her back, and then shove her off a cliff. And she falls 100 plus feet at least, if not 200 feet down, and lands on this dead tree right here. Now look at how thick those branches are. That fall should have broken them branches. But no, it just impaled her Monty Python style. So this was hilarious at this time. So by the time I saw this, I knew, okay, this is the beginning of the movie, going into the second act here. Somehow she's going to survive this and seal the wound. So I need to know if they're ripping off Rambo when they seal the wound. And it's actually worse than you think. So what she does here is she wakes up impaled on this, and instead of just grabbing the branch that's sticking through her side and just wrenching herself over to the side to break this dead branch off, which was what anybody do. It's only like 2 inches thick. It never even should have lasted the 150-foot drop for her to be impaled and not break after she slammed into the trunk. But I digress. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing that she has fallen to the ground. So what she did is she used earbuds that she could barely reach to use the bud part of the earbud while she's holding onto the cord and drag a lighter close enough to where she can grab the lighter. Yes, she used the earbud cord to drag a little bitty earbud to drag a big old heavy lighter to the point where she could grab the lighter. Then with the lighter hand, mind you, this only hand she's got, she finds some kindling that she could stump up against the side of the tree, light the tree on fire. Now you can see the tree still standing, by the way, but for some reason lighting the tree on fire caused that branch to finally break. I kid you not, that's what happened. So I tell you that to tell you this. At this time, I'm still waiting for the Rambo part, because this is the most ungodly writing. The people writing this, the people that are directing this, the people producing this, the people doing the audios and the visuals, the cinematics, they all need to be fired and never hired again. Because this is what's wrong with movies nowadays, is they're just idiotic. They have no idea about physics. They have no idea about, or they don't care. And they're just ignoring everything for cause and effect. And the cause was me to almost throw up. The effect is me actually making a video on one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So anyway, this 5'0" nothing, 100-pound nothing woman runs away from these guys, gets shoved over the edge of the cliff, somehow survives, leaves a trail of blood miles long. Mind you, she should have died from the amount of blood she left on this blood trail. I'm not talking about drifts of blood. I'm talking about splashes and splashes, like she was spurting blood for miles down this path. Then she finds a cave, realizes that she had some peyote with her. Don't ask me about the peyote. I lost the plot on that well into the movie. And all I know is she hid it in a locket. So she had the peyote. So she goes into this hallucinate, drug-induced visual, I don't know, nightmare where she wakes up 4 times. 4 different times she wakes out of the nightmare to still be in the nightmare. I mean, it's so redundant it gets old that she keeps waking up from one nightmare to just be inside another nightmare. A nightmare where she gets her head blown off, mind you, which should awaken anybody up out of any nightmare, not just spun them into another nightmare. So these writers have no idea how movies work, no idea how drugs work, hallucinations work, no idea how fuel works, how guns work, first aid, wound closure, bleeding, none of this. So she seals the wound by taking a knife, using her lighter to sterilize the knife so she can cut her wound open and make the wound 10 times worse, which is the biggest no-no in wounds. It's the number one rule is don't cut the wound open and make it worse. But she does that in a star-shaped pattern, mind you, on her stomach. Does nothing about the back. Oh my God, I'm getting a headache just thinking about it. No, she never addresses the wound shoved through her back, just the part on her stomach. Mind you, she's got a fire there. She somehow built a fire. And then remembered the peyote, took the peyote, got into a drug-induced state where she could just start slicing herself. She cuts open a can and uses it as a big old spatula to cauterize the wound. Instead of just using a knife in the fire, which she didn't use the fire to sterilize the knife, but she used the fire to make a big old cauterizing spatula that when she was done left the imprint of a bird on her stomach because there was a bird logo on the aluminum can. So instead of burning the paint off when she went to sterilize the spatula, it just heated it up enough to where it could cauterize the wound and leave a big old bird tattoo on her stomach. And at this time I'm dying because it's not a hate watch. It's a let's see how stupid this movie can get. But wait, there's more. I said the movie doesn't have any idea how blood works, wounds work, fuel works. Here's how guns work. She got a shotgun with a rifle scope. She uses it. I guess she had slugs, because she shot the guy 150 yards away using the rifle scope with a slug in a shotgun because his car ran out of gas. Oh, I forgot to tell you how gas works. The way gas works is the guy on the ATC, on the quad, ran out of gas first that night. The guy in the car ran out of gas the afternoon of the next day. But the guy on the motorcycle, the 3 guys that are chasing her, the guy on the motorcycle got 2 days worth of fuel out of his motorcycle. So they had that going for him, which got him to the end of the movie. But this is the part where she used the rifle scope on a shotgun to shoot a guy 150 yards away. And then the guy, instead of getting back in the car, because he had just fueled the car, mind you, he had just fueled the car, he decided, nope, I'm going to run away down this dirt road and try and get away from the girl with a shotgun that shot me from 150 yards away. Okay, where was I? I don't want to start this video over, and I had a phone call. So I think I was talking about the fuel, how fuel works, how a little dirt bike can last for 2 days on a tank of gas, but the quad racer can only last for about 4 hours. Oh, it was how the guns work. Yeah, she shot the guy from 150 yards away. The guy went, instead of getting in the car that he just refueled and driving away and knowing where the girl is and going and getting his help, he just drives away. Oh, I didn't even tell you how she killed it. There's 3 guys chasing her. And oh my God, the first guy was stupid. Never mind. So the guy could have just gotten in the car and drove away. Instead, he runs away with a shotgun slug in his shoulder. So she starts running after him. So what does she do? She doesn't get in the car and chase him in the car. No, she just passes the car, chases him on foot. So these 2 idiots are running on foot down this dirt road. And he finally realizes that he's spewing blood. So this, like I said, they don't know how blood works. He's already lost enough blood from the shoulder wound to actually kill him. But then he takes his shoe off, takes his sock off, uses his sock to wrap around his shoulder and tie it off as a tourniquet, and that magically stops the blood flow. But does he put his shoe back on? No. He just takes off running without the shoe. So she's following him. Oh, God. He gets behind her, shoots her in the ear because, bad shoulder. And it doesn't bother him. He's shooting a high-powered rifle with his shoulder with a slug in it like it's no big deal. So I'm done with this part of it. Let's skip ahead. So he finally runs back to the car, chases her down with the car, and she shoots him, and then she pulls him out of the car, takes the car, drives back to the house, which I don't know why she didn't go to the house to start with. The guy in the motorcycle is back at the house now. She shoots him, and he bleeds so much that he should have bled out. Leaves a trail of blood in the house where they're playing Ring Around the Rosie in the house. Literally running in circles 5 times around the house. With so much blood, she finally falls and slips into blood and falls. I'm done with this. She wins. She Rambos it in the end. And the helicopter comes to pick her up, and she looks back at it, and the movie ends. And I wasn't hate watching this. At the time that I decided to make this video, I had to finish watching the movie just to see how stupid it got, and it just got dumber and dumber and dumber. I mean, Dumb and Dumber don't have as much Dumb and Dumber as this movie had. So I highly recommend not watching it, but if you like revenge watching girl boss movies, I highly recommend this one because, well, let me tell you something. She's not bad on the eyes. This is the movie. Superb. Imaginative filmmaking. Revenge. An unshakable sinister experience. A ferocious debut. Like they think that this is actually going to be an IP that they're going to follow it. Yeah, there's the guy was on the motorcycle. There was a guy on the quad racer. There was a guy in the car. Those are the vehicles she chased him through the desert. This ran out of gas, then this ran out of gas. But this little guy right here lasted for 2 days in the desert on the fuel it had in it, chasing her around the desert. So, that was my revenge review of the worst movie review ever. Don't like, don't share, don't subscribe, don't care.